This is everything you need to know about budgeting for your first Carnival cruise. If you're planning your first Carnival cruise, you are probably thinking about your budget, but there is so much more to consider, like the hidden costs of Carnival cruises that nobody talks about. Danger! We are going to talk about what is included in your Carnival cruise, what things you need to pay for, timing for what you need to pay and when, as well as optional additions that can add to your bottom line. Most cruises. My name is Ruben, and I am not a cruise expert, but I play one on TV. Cruising is my second favorite thing to do, and my favorite thing is to share all of the tips and tricks I have learned about cruising with all of you. Today we are talking about how to budget for your first Carnival cruise. Most people do not have an unlimited supply of money, and if you do, feel free to invest in my business. Stay to the end to hear about how I almost made a huge mistake when I needed to cancel a cruise that I had booked. Initially, you might just think about how much a cruise costs, but there are a lot of other things you need to consider when planning your first cruise vacation. What's included in your Carnival cruise? Most cruises. Carnival cruises are a great value for the money because of everything you get as part of your cruise. If you have never been on a cruise before, you might not know what things are included and what things are not. First of all, when you book a cruise, you get a stateroom or cabin to stay in. Check out this video for more info on all of the Carnival staterooms. This gives you a place to stay, much like a hotel room. However, know that cruise cabins are much smaller than hotel rooms.
I thought I had more space!
Also included in your cruise fare is getting to and from each port and destination. You might stop in Mexico, Hawaii, or the Bahamas. You do not need to pay anything extra to get off the ship to explore these destinations. Also included are tons of entertainment options like comedy shows, outdoor activities, mini golf and sports, variety shows, musical theater shows, pool, hot tub, water slides, and even a gym. Check out this video that explains every class of Carnival ship because different class ships will have different options available. Whichever ship you choose, there will be tons of free things for you to do as part of your base cruise fare. One thing that Carnival is a class leader on is the amount of free casual dining food options. There are tons of food included as part of your cruise fare, but there are some things that are additional charges. Many first-time cruisers are surprised when things like soda or bottled water are an additional charge. There are also some specialty restaurants like coffee and the steakhouse that are additional charges. Check out this video where I rank every food option on the Carnival Radiant. Pro tip, if you are not sure what is free versus what you have to pay extra for, just ask. When looking at menus, if you see a dollar amount, it is an additional charge. But be aware that just because an amount is not listed does not mean that there is not an additional charge. Fees you need. Okay, so you have accounted for your cabin fare, but many people overlook other necessary costs to account for in their budget. Thankfully, in 2024, a law was passed so that port fees and taxes and other extra things are shown for you when you are searching for your cruise fares so they do not sneak up on you. However, there are still 3 other things you need to account for. Number 1 is gratuities. Carnival charges gratuities for all guests who sail with them. This is to help tip the workers who take care of us on the ship. This will not show up on your bill when you initially book your cruise unless you select the option to prepay your gratuities. If you do not select this option, you will automatically be charged a fee on your last sailing day, and this surprises many first-time cruisers. I am the type of person who likes to take care of the people who take care of me, so I always budget and prepay my gratuity. This makes it so much easier for me to budget because I know exactly how much I will be spending and do not get a surprise charge on the last day of my cruise. Carnival charges $16 per person per day for a standard stateroom and $18 per person per day for suite staterooms. Number 2, Just about anything you buy on the cruise ship that requires some sort of service, like beverages, specialty dining, or a spa service, will automatically add an 18% gratuity. Every time you order something, even if it is part of a beverage plan, you will be asked to sign a receipt. Because tips are always automatically added, you do not need to add another tip to make a double tip unless you want to. Number 3, insurance. Carnival gives you the option to purchase their own travel insurance. You are also able to add third-party insurance to cover medical expenses or even a canceled trip. I used to never buy insurance, thinking that that was a smart way to save money.
I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
However, after looking to insurance more and hearing horror stories about huge medical bills and people not getting refunds when they have had to cancel their cruise, I started buying insurance. In 2024, I purchased a cruise and got third-party insurance for a cruise that I was supposed to take next month, but I had to cancel. Fortunately, I purchased cruise insurance with cancel for any reason coverage, and because I also used the PVP, I was able to get a refund on part of my cruise and then use my third-party insurance coverage to get almost all of everything back as well. When all was said and done, I only lost $75 for canceling my entire cruise. This could have been $900 or more. Let me know in the comments below what you think about cruise insurance and if you think that I should make a video about my cruise insurance experience and what things you might need to consider. Travel. Even if you live 5 minutes from your cruise port and you walk there, you need to take into account certain travel expenses for your cruise. If you are close enough to drive to your cruise port, you may need to account for parking or taking an Uber there. If you need to fly into your cruise port, then you will need to account not only for your flight, but the hotel room. And it is always highly recommended to fly in at least a day before your cruise, just in case your flight gets delayed or canceled. During the big CrowdStrike outage in 2024, I heard so many people not being able to get to their cruise port, even flying in 2 days before. This is another reason to get travel insurance. Payment time. As you do your budgeting, you need to know that when you first book your cruise, you will need to make a deposit. The amount of the deposit will change, and sometimes you can get deals with lower deposits. Deposits are usually non-refundable. You should read the fine print because sometimes if you want to cancel a cruise, there are cancellation fees and you may still need to pay more than your initial deposit if you cancel your cruise. Because a lot of first-time cruisers get tripped up because of things like cancellations. For all cruises, your final payment will be due anywhere from 76 to 91 days prior to your sailing, depending on the total length of your cruise. Make sure to set a calendar reminder for when your final payment is due, because if you miss it, your cruise will be canceled and you will not get any money back. Speaking of cruise cancellations, life happens and sometimes you might need to cancel your cruise. This just happened to me, and fortunately, I was able to get back almost everything I paid because I purchased travel insurance with added cancel for any reason coverage, and I worked with the PVP. But be aware that different insurance coverages will have different terms, so read the fine print because many cruisers are caught off guard because of cancellation fees. You almost never get a full refund if you need to cancel your cruise, even because of tragic circumstances. Now, if this video has been helpful, please subscribe to let the YouTube algorithm know that you want to see more videos like this and support me and this channel. Other budget additions. Those are the costs you will always have to think about even if you opt out of things like travel insurance and you walk to the port. But there are tons of other things that you might not think about for your cruise that can quickly add up to more costs for your trip. You will want to think about these things and pre-plan or budget for these things that are additional charges, like a sky park, trampoline, and even a cruise ship with a roller coaster on top. This includes things like soda, Wi-Fi, bottled water, specialty dining, excursions, the spa, the casino, and all the food and random things you might buy at your destination ports. One big thing that people always ask about are the alcoholic beverage plans. Yes, adult beverages are an additional charge and you can purchase them individually or get the Cheers beverage program. As of December 2024, the price is $82.54 per person per day, which includes the 18% gratuity. Drinks are around $12, give or take. So if you will drink 6 alcoholic beverages or more every day, then the drink package is definitely something to consider because it also includes sodas, energy drinks, and specialty coffees. A few things to note about the Cheers drink beverage package is that you only get a maximum of 15 drinks every 24 hours, and that people older than 21 in the same stateroom as you also need to purchase the program. Also, not every alcoholic beverage is included. There are some super fancy drinks that are not included. Also, wine and champagne bottles are not included either, but you do get 25% off of those purchases. If you just want unlimited sodas, that is $11.21 per day for adults and $8.20 per day for kids. If this video was helpful, check out this next video here.